Hi, this is Rachel with Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness, and we are here at the studio, and it's Wednesday morning, July 1st, just about 9 o'clock, and we are here for our gentle, moderate flow class. So we're going to get started in just a moment, give you guys some time to jump on today. So if you're just stumbling upon us, we've been live streaming these classes from the studio and from our instructors' homes for the past few months. And we're just so excited to stay in touch with you guys and be practicing with you even though it's from afar. So I'm so grateful that you guys are able to log in and join us and practice online. We've been working really hard to get our outdoor classes going that are going to start next week. So some of you might have seen that pop up. I was up super late last night figuring out the software and the Facebook events. So we're getting all set to start classes on Sunday outdoors, which I can't believe it's Wednesday and things are starting in just a few days. But we're getting there and we're learning as we go. So thank you so much for your patience in figuring out the process on how to offer these classes online. So welcome to you guys that are just tuning in. I can see that you're starting to join us. We're here for our gentle, moderate flow class. We're going to start in just a couple moments here. Good morning, Julie. It's good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. I think I may have seen you at, were you at the park? And now I'm blanking out, your dad's park. I thought I saw you out in the playground with Sebastian. I meant to call you, so maybe you were outside enjoying the sunshine. It was so beautiful out yesterday. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Patty. I'm so glad to see you guys. So I see that you guys, looks like you booked into the Mount Greylock class, which is awesome. We are just learning how to use this software. I didn't even really get to test it out, but we got the schedule up online and started creating the Facebook events. And I see that you guys are booking into Greylock. So our Greylock class is actually full for this Sunday. We can only have 9 people, and we have the 9 classes booked, which is awesome. Good morning, Amy, Cloudy in Charleston. I'm so glad that you're here. Good day to be on your yoga mat to practice today. So I'm glad that you're here too. And Julie's going to be offering some outdoor classes too. So if you are just figuring out how to do our online software, we are also figuring it out. But you can visit our website, BerkshireYogaDanceFitness.com, and you can see our new schedule. And on that schedule, you can see all of our virtual classes that we're offering. You can also see on the homepage a list of our outdoor classes just to kind of give you an idea of what we're offering. And then if you go to the calendar, you can click the class you're interested in and pre-register. And it should be hopefully easy. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys later and hear how your experience was, because we're figuring out how to use it ourselves and improving it as we go along. But I was really glad to see that Greylock booked up in just a couple hours, which was so cool. So thank you guys that reserved space. There is a wait list for all the classes. So right now we can only have 9 people, but in the future maybe we'll be able to have more. Until then, you can join wait lists for the classes, and you ahead. So if for some reason there's bad weather, if you're not sure if you want to book because of weather, we will offer refunds if it's canceled for weather. So if there's a class that you want to get into, feel free to book that ahead, so you have your spot there, and you can always cancel if you need to. So good morning, Leah, you got on. Okay, good. I'm so glad. I was just talking to my mom about that this morning, how to get onto Facebook Live. I think you just go to our page and you scroll down and you'll see our live class running. So I'm glad to see that you got on okay. Sarah, good morning. Chelsea, good morning. Great to see you guys. Cool. So let's get started. My name's Rachael Plaine, in case you're new to the class, and I'm here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness, and we are here for our gentle, moderate flow class. So we're going to get started. I do have some props with me today. We'll start our centering, we'll do our meditation, we'll flow, but then in the end, I'm going to offer you a restorative posture. So if you have some props, you can get them nearby. So you'll want either 2 pillows or blankets, but you could grab whatever you have off the couch or off your bed, wherever you're practicing. So not anything special, but if you have 2 blankets or 2 pillows, have those nearby. And then eventually you're going to want something to prop your legs up on, which could be 2 blocks with a bolster across, making like a little table. You could also prop your legs up on a coffee table or a hassock or a chair or whatever you have. So just be mindful of that when we get to the end of class. I will lead you into a restorative pose. So if you have any of your yoga props, have them nearby. If not, grab a couple pillows, blankets, whatever you have. And then at the end, after we flow, we warm up, we move, we'll take a nice restorative pose before we come into Shavasana. So sound good? Let's get started. So you guys can come onto your mats, gather anything up that you have that you want to use for your practice, and we will begin. And I'll check in with you again at the end. So I'm so glad that you guys are here. Thanks for being here, and I can't wait to see you outside this summer. So come take a seat, and we'll get going. All right. So coming into your comfortable seat for our centering. So like I mentioned, I gathered up some props today. So my mat might look a little different than usual. I'm sitting up on my bolster, but you could be sitting on the ground. You could be sitting on your mat. You could be sitting on a block, whatever would feel good for you. I have 2 blankets, but if you have 2 blankets or 2 pillows, we'll use those at the end. I also have my blocks. If you have those, grab them. If not, don't worry. When I bring you into the restorative pose, we'll be able to use whatever you have nearby, and we could even take it without anything nearby if you're not close to anything. So bring your hands to your lap, close your eyes. And then we'll begin to center ourselves. We'll begin to land here. So with your eyes closed and your hands down on your lap, just take some time to feel your seat. So feel your sitting bones and your hips. Feel the distribution of your weight and your center of gravity. So feel free to sway, to shift, to move, to kind of get the sitting bones somewhere where they feel strong and stable and connected to what you're sitting on, and you can feel really grounded and rooted down into the earth. And then the opposition of that, feeling that energy rise up the base of the spine to the top of the head, so you create this lift or energetic, expansive quality in the body. And let's just take a few letting go breaths to drop in. So breathe in through the nose. Exhale a sigh. Good. Do that again. Deep breath in. Exhale. And one more time. Big breath. Exhale. And breathe in through the nose. Through the nose, exhale, make your cat back, round your spine. Tuck the tail, draw the navel in, bring the chin to your chest. Keep the breath out. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Inhale to float forward. Lift the belly. Lift the chest. Lift the heart and the face. Eyes could be closed or soft gaze. And exhale, round your tuck your tail, scoop your belly, draw the navel in. Do that one more time. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Do that twice more. Inhale up. Exhale, release. And last time, big breath in to lift. Full breath out to release. Let your palms open up so the backs of the hands touch the lap. And as you exhale, drop your chin. Just pausing here. Take a deep inhale to the back of the neck. And full exhale. In breath, bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. Open the left side of the neck. And exhale, chin back to chest. Come the other way. Bring the other ear to the other shoulder. Exhale, chin back to chest. And then come the other way. Just do one more time each side. So start to get lost in this rhythm of your breath, in this pattern of movement. Just really gently opening the neck, the shoulders, tuning into how you feel. And back through center. Eventually let the head lift up. You can keep the eyes closed, breathing out where you are. Continue a deep, steady breath in and out through the nose. Feel yourself begin to arrive in the space that you're practicing in today. yourself arrive in your body. Begin to connect to the breath. Start to feel this union within yourself of the body, the mind, the heart, and the breath, all in harmony. As we start to step into this place of love, of compassion, of grace and ease. Becoming most aligned, most centered and present. Tapping into that place of joy and happiness and oneness. Setting down anything else that's happening outside this moment. And seeing if you could be really present in this experience. Being seated in stillness, feeling your breath, allowing the mind to settle even more with each in-breath and each out-breath. Letting the breath wash over the body and the mind to create that deeper sense of peace and ease. The next time that you breathe in, bring the hands to heart center. Let the palms touch. And as you exhale, bow your head to your heart, and I welcome you to create an intention for today, which could be as simple as what brought you here to practice this morning. Or perhaps inviting in an intention of love. Love towards yourself. Love towards others. And letting this practice be a way to increase your self-love, to fill up your own well so you can share that with all those you come in contact with. Just feeling the whole body enveloped with this sensation of love. And letting that radiate from your body, from your heart, into the universe, out towards all the people in your life. And then the next time that you breathe in, slide your hands to the ceiling. You can lengthen the arms, lift the face, and open the eyes. As you exhale, open the arms wide. Bring your chin to your chest. Let your fingertips find the ground. And then do that again. Sweep them out and up. So very familiar way to warm up, just linking our breath with movement. And exhale, release. So in this flow style of yoga that we practice here together, it's linking breath with movement. So as you inhale, it lifts the arms up. As you exhale, release the arms. So you're flowing with your breath, moving with your breath. Inhale the right arm out and up. Exhale up and over. And there will be moments where we pause and stay. And then places where we take just that one breath per movement, like that choreographed dance in the body. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, turn the face down, wrap the arm behind you. So bend the elbow, turn the thumb down, let the back of the hand touch the hip or hip crease. So we're just warming up, coming into this side flexion or lateral bending of the waist and the ribs. Arm that's behind the back can stretch above the ear again. Let the top arm pick you up. Go the other way. Stretch up and over. Feel the ribs lift up off the hips so the waist is long. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, turn the face down, turn the thumb down, wrap your arm behind you, back of hand to the low back or all the way to the hip, and then roll the shoulder up so you're opening the chest, increasing that capacity to love, that open heart. Roll the chin down, relax your face, and breathe. Good. Arm that's behind the back can stretch above the ear. The top arm will pick you up. Bring your chin to your chest, interlace your fingers behind you, and then press the fist down so you can squeeze the backs of the shoulders together, open up the heart, the chest, the throat, the face. And exhale, release the gaze, release the hands, roll the shoulders. Let's come on to all fours. So if you're sitting on something, you can move it away. You can come over your shins or unwind your legs. So just come into a tabletop. Bring your hands a little further forward to the shoulders and start to circle the hips. So nice big circles. And begin to feel all the joints in the body, the muscles, the bones, everything starting to move around that might not have been moving yet today. And go ahead and circle them the other way. Good. And then let the hips come back towards the heels, touch the big toes, separate the knees, extend the arms, drop the head. And then take a little rock side to side. Roll across the forehead. Shift the hips. Starting to be still here, roll through cat pose, bring the knees underneath the hips, keep rounding your back forward till you come like up dog with the hips sinking and the belly opening, but keep the knees on the ground, open the heart, lift the face, the chest, and exhale back towards child. So you're going to do that a couple times. So we're warming up our spine, undulating through flexion and extension, moving slowly and mindfully, but feeling free to find your own pace. So whether it's faster or slower, bigger or smaller than what I'm offering, just honoring how this is showing up in your own body and how you want to move. It doesn't have to look a certain way. Good. Keep the hips back to the heels next time you come back towards child's. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Press into your hands, roll up or lengthen up to sit on your heels. Bring the knees hip width, stand up on your shins. Inhale up, high kneel. And exhale, open the arms behind you. Drop your chin, fingers down and elbows back, and then lift the heart up. Open up. Exhale, release to tabletop, all fours. And we'll take a little rotation here. So bring the right arm out to the side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, thread halfway through. Bend the left elbow, dip the right shoulder, rotate there. Do it again. Inhale up. Exhale, thread halfway through. One more time. Inhale up. And this time, come all the way through. So I'm just going to turn this way. You're going to slide the shoulder down, slide the head down, even the hips out above the knees. You're on the edge of the head rather than the side of the face. The neck is still long. And then inhale, lift the opposite arm, the left arm, that free arm, if you want. Otherwise, keep it anchored. And exhale, rotate it behind the back. So just like you did when we were seated in that side stretch, back of hand to low back, hip, or reach into hip crease. Roll the shoulder up. Breathe here. Good. Arm that's behind the back, pick it up. Release your hand back down and unwind all the way. Inhale, the right arm out and up to unravel and look up. Exhale, release. Go the other way. So inhale, the left arm out and up, look up. Exhale, thread halfway through. Bend the elbow, dip the shoulder, hover. Inhale up. Exhale, come through and hover. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale all the way through. Bend the elbow, bring the shoulder down, bring the edge of the head to the mat, even the hips out above the knees, and pause. If you want, inhale, right arm lift. Exhale, behind your back, back of hand to hip or hip crease. When you're ready, arm that's behind the back can rise up. Release it down. And then unwind again. Inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, release your hand. Curl your toes under. And we'll come up to down dog. You could also walk out to puppy. If you want to keep the knees down, walk the hands out, forehead or chin to the mat. Otherwise, hands a little further forward to the shoulders, float up to dog. When you get into dog, take some time to pedal out. Press one heel. Bend the other heel, or bend the other knee. It's pedaling out, walking the dog, one leg at a time. Good. And then let's pause still in our downward dog. From here, you're going to stand just on the left foot in dog and just wrap the right foot behind the left ankle. So you're just kind of like tucking it behind on top of that leg to give it a little bit of weight and pressing that left heel down. Almost like little eagle legs, kind of when we braid our legs in eagle pose, but a little different. But you're kind of tucking behind that ankle to drop the weight down through the heel. Good. Switch sides, bring the right foot down. Take the left foot and just kind of wrap it behind. So you kind of tuck the foot around the back of the ankle or the Achilles tendon and really press through the right heel and have that little bit of extra weight of the left leg. If that's too much, regular down dog's fine, or you're resting in puppy. Unwind. Let's shift forward to plank. So roll it out to plank pose. Hold. Take a breath here. Lower your knees. Uncurl your toes. Point your elbows back and come to your belly. Bring your hands out diagonally so they're reaching out to the corners of the mat. Pressing into the fingers, lift the heart here. And you could come up a little bit or a lot. Good. Exhale, release back down. You're going to do that twice more, but this time move the hands a little further back towards your body. Inhale, lift, maybe a little higher. And exhale, release. We're going to take it one more time. Move them back by your chest. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. This time, last time, bring your hands to the ground flat, right underneath the shoulders, back by the chest, regular cobra. Inhale, lift. And it could be little, it could be medium, it could be big, but the pubic bone's down, the elbows are back, the shoulders are down. Exhale, release. Press up and back. One more time to child's. Float the hips back. And just like we did in the very beginning, bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Lengthen or roll up to sit on your heels. Other option is to come right to the high kneel, to skip this part. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to low back, chin drops. Inhale, lift your heart, modified camel, Ustrasana. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, downward dog. Take one pedal out together, lift up onto the heels. Exhale, drop the right heel, bend the left knee, and look underneath the right arm, just hold. Good, inhale, rise. Exhale, switch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, both heels drop from here. Little steps to the top of the mat. So just walk your feet forward as many steps as you want, or your hands back. So we land in forward fold, feet hip width. Give the head a shake, yes. Give your head a shake, no. Let your head hang heavy, bend the knees, and slowly, 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 slowly roll out. At the top, take a big sun breath. As you exhale, drag your hands down to heart center. Close your eyes, come back to your intention, come back to that feeling of love. Breathe that in, feeling that sensation of love envelop your whole body. Feeling love, being love, sharing love. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms. You're going to step your feet about as wide as your mat, but come on up to the top of the mat. So step your feet about as wide as the mat. Come on up to the top of the mat. Bend the knees, bend the hips. So you're in this like wide-legged Utkatasana, and arms are in front of the chest. Hold here, or if it's okay, bring the arms alongside the ears. So you look like this from the side. And then you're going to be conscious of your bottom and your hips. And instead of feeling like it's tucking under, you're going to kind of stick your bottom out. So stick the hips back, stick the bottom out, really press back like you're going to sit down in that chair. So get really low, really push your tailbone back, really push the hips back. You should feel this in your legs. And maybe even in the low back, but in a good way, like the low back's getting stronger. Take a deep breath in. And exhale a flat back from here. Inhale, rise up, straighten the legs, press down into the feet, lift the arms above the head to frame the ears. And then exhale, sit back again to that wide-legged Utkatasana. So we're building strength in our bottom, in our glutes, in our hamstrings, the backs of our legs, in our low back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, swim the arms, head in line with tail. You might feel this in your thighs too, the quadriceps. Release the arms, stand up, press down into your feet. And then do that one more time. Sit, bend the knees. So remember, we're getting low, and then you're tilting the hips back. Press your bottom back. Really get back. Take a deep breath. And exhale, flat back. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, swan dive. Open the arms, dive over your legs. At the bottom, bring your hands up to your shins, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana here. Press the head away from the tail. And exhale, deep fold. Good. You can wiggle your feet about hip width distance. Step the right leg back. I'm going to just float up to the top of my mat. So you should probably be at the top of the mat. If you're not there already, go ahead and come on up. Hands could be on the ground or put the blocks under your hands. Right leg's back, left knee is forward. Bend the back knee, lift the heart. And then lift the hips, straighten the legs, and bring the hips high to the sky. Do that a couple times. Roll forward, bend the knees, lift your heart, breathe in. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs, head towards shin. One more time, bend the knees, float forwards. You're moving with the breath, nice and easy and slow. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs, head to shin. Now bend just the front knee, keep the back leg straight. So you're setting up for a crescent lunge or high lunge. Come on the fingertips, lengthen the head away from your heel. Front knee above the front ankle, back leg straight. Inhale, lift the arms to frame the head. So you're in your crescent lunge, stay right there. So you're in your crescent lunge, holding here, breathing. From here, take a hold of your right wrist. So it's the opposite wrist of that front leg. And you're going to stretch up and over towards that front leg. It's a little lean or sway to the side. Good. Come back through center. Release the wrist. Straighten your legs. Pause. As you breathe out, open up to warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Widen your feet and rebend the front knee. You're in warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, float back, reverse triangle, Trikonasana. Exhale, warrior two. Do that twice more. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Last time, float up. And then this time, come right to your side angle. So bend the knee, bend the elbow, bring the forearm to the thigh, stretch the top arm above the ear, look up. And then like we did in our warm-up, you're going to take your half bind, wrap the top arm behind you, back of hand to the low back or the hip, or reach it right into the hip crease. Shoulder, heart, chest, collarbones opening up, face turning down, and breathe. Strong legs, open heart. Arm that's wrapped behind you, pick it up again to side angle. And then straighten your legs, dance back, look up. Open arms to shoulder height. Turn the toes forward and the heels back. So you're in a wide-legged stance. And then inhale, lift your arms. As you exhale, release the right arm underneath the left arm. Bend the elbows and hold. So you're in these eagle arms. There's space between the hands, or touch your thumb or touch your palms. Lift your elbows up. Exhale, and drop the elbows, drop the head. Good, do that again. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Hopefully you can still hear okay. And exhale, drop the elbows. I feel like I'm crunching the mic, so inhale, lift up. We'll see how this works. And then exhale, dive forward, right at the hips. Come all the way down. You can keep your eagle arms and drop the head. If that's uncomfortable, release the eagle arms. You could also bring your hands to your legs for support and keep a flat back. Breathe here. Good. We're going to lengthen to come up. So press the body forward, press the hips back, come all the way up. Release the hands, sweep them out and up above the head. As you breathe out, open the arms. And then spin the left foot to the front again, your original front foot that you were working with. Bend the front knee, warrior two. I'm going to cartwheel down one arm, the other arm, pivot on the ball of the back foot, and hold. You're just going to pause here. So hands could be on the ground or they could be on the blocks. You're going to press into the right hand and then bring your left hand up to your thigh. You're touching your hand. The right hand or block and push the left thigh forward as you rotate the ribs towards that front leg. So there's this like traction of sliding the thigh forward and rolling the ribs towards that leg. You could hold right here or lift the left arm. Take a breath. Good. Release the hand. Hands again on the ground or on the blocks. You're going to take it back. So flex the front foot and reach the hips back. You might want to move the ground or the blocks back. Lengthen the spine. So you're in Ardha Uttanasana or Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey pose. And then fold over the leg. And breathe. Good. Roll over the foot again. Bend the front knee, walk the blocks back or bring the hands back. You can keep the back knee dropped for now. Slide the front leg back to meet the back leg. Uncurl the toes, bend the elbows, come to your belly. Bring the hands out diagonally. Come on the fingertips and then lift the heart. So it's just this variation of cobra pose. Lift the chest. And exhale back to belly. Hands back near chest. Press up and back to child, like we've been doing in the very beginning of the flow. And then bring your hands back by your shoulders. Roll up or lengthen up to sit on the heels. And take a high knee, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, open the arms. Drop the chin, fingers down and elbows back, and then lift the heart up. Exhale, release to tabletop, all fours. Hands a little further forward to the shoulders. Fingers spread wide. Toes curl under. Knees lift up. Hips press back, downward dog. Inhale, calf press, heels lift. Exhale, drop the left heel, bend the right knee, look underneath the left arm. Inhale up. Exhale, switch. Inhale up. Exhale, both heels drop. So it's your choice here to take your little baby steps like we did before to get to forward fold, or float the right leg up, three-legged dog. Step or help the right leg through. And step the left leg up to meet it. Inhale, lengthen flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch out. Exhale, deep fold over the legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale through prayer, eyes can close. Find your breath again. Step back into that intention of pure love. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms. Step your feet as wide as your mat. Be at the top of the mat. Bend the knees, bend the hips. That wide-legged Utkatasana. Reach the arms in front of the chest. Push the hips back, really far back. Lift the arms up to frame the head. So no tucked tailbones here. You're really reaching the pelvis back. Like you're going to push your bottom towards that back wall. Take a deep breath. And then flat back. Right over the legs. Arms come with you. Release. Stand up. Press down into your feet. Lengthen. Hold. And then do that again. Bend the knees, bend the hips. Get low. Take a breath. And float the arms back. Flat back. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, sit low. Hips go back, way, way back. Tailbone presses back. Low hips. Strong legs. Deep. And exhale, release. Last time. Press into the feet, stand up. And now we're going to swan dive. So open the arms, dive over the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your hands up to your shin bones. Press the head away from the tailbone. Stretch out your whole body. Get really big. And exhale, release. Wiggle the feet about hip width. So get them right underneath the hips. And then like we did on the other side, you're going to send the left leg back this time. So right leg forward, left leg back. Hands on the ground or the blocks. Back knee bends. Heart opens. Breathe in, look up. And exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs, head to shin. Do that again, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs, head to shin. Again, bend the knees. And lift the hips. And a bend just the front knee, keep the back leg straight. Come behind the tips of the fingers, lengthen your spine, head away from tail, and then lift the arms up. And a hold here, holding that high lunge or crescent lunge. Pause where you are. And just like you did on the other side, you're gonna make a bracelet. Take a hold of the left wrist, so it's the opposite wrist as the front leg. And you're gonna reach that arm up and over and reach up and over that leg. Make that little crescent lunge, crescent moon shape with the upper body. Good, release through center. Let go of the wrist. Spark up the arms, straighten the legs, pause, hold. Take a deep breath. And then open up warrior two. Heel spins down, rearrange the body. Look out over the front fingers. That's where your drishti or focal point is. Good, take a deep inhale. And full exhale. Rise up, straighten the legs, reverse your triangle, open the waist, look up. And all the way back, warrior two. So just a little familiar flow, nice and easy, just to get the blood flowing. Inhale, lift. Get the body moving. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Come all the way to side angle, bend the knee, bend the elbow, place the forearm on the thigh. Stretch the top arm above the ear. Take your half bind if you'd like. Wrap the top arm behind the back of hand to hip or hip crease. Shoulder rolls up, collarbone, chest open. Face turns down, front knee bent, hold. Breathe. Good, arm behind the back, stretches above the ear. Top arm picks you up, straighten the legs, and dance back. Good, inhale, open arm, shoulder height. Exhale, toes forward, heels back, just widen your stance so your wrists are right above the ankles, lift the arms up. And then just like we did on the other side, release your left arm underneath your right arm, or whatever side you didn't do yet. Hold here, or take a hold of the thumb or the palms. Inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, drop the elbows, drop the head. So just the shoulders right now. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, drop the elbows, drop the head. Inhale, lift the elbows up and hold. Now hinge at the hips. Dive forward all the way down. When you get to the bottom, hold, knowing that you can shift or change the variation of the arms. Could also bring the arms to the legs to take a flat back. Now pausing and breathing wherever you chose to be. Good. And then lengthen to come up. So press the arms and the chest forward. Press the tail back all the way up. Release the hands, sweep them out all the way out and up above the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arm shoulder height. Hold here. Turn the front foot forward. Bend the front knee, warrior two. So going back to that original side that you started on, take a deep breath. And exhale, cartwheel. One arm, the other arm. Pivot on the ball of the back foot and drop the back knee. Like we did on the other side, press into the left hand, bring the right hand to the top of the thigh. And you're going to press the thigh forward, like you're going to slide the thigh muscle and the thigh bone forward. And as you do that, roll the chest towards that front leg. Your bottom hand can be on the ground of the block. You could stay here, or you could elevate the right arm, lift it up and look up. Take a deep breath. Exhale, release the hand. Hands are on the ground or on the blocks. Shift the hips back, flex the front foot, walk the hands back, and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, deepen your fold over the front leg. Couple breaths. Good. Roll over the sole of the front foot, bend the front knee, dip the hips, walk the hands back to frame the front leg. Now it's your choice. You're either going to keep the back knee dropped or lift it up. So you're going to press right into the hands, back knee dropped or toes curled under, lift it up. Step back to plank or modified plank and hold. Breathe. Feel your core engage, the belly, the back. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lower chaturanga or modify by dropping the knees. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. So up dog, you're on the tops, the knees are lifted, the arms are straight. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift up on your heels. Exhale, drop the left heel, bend the right knee, look underneath the left arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, both your heels drop from here. Either your baby steps or last time you're going to float the left leg up, three-legged dog. You'll step or help the left leg through and step the other leg up to meet it. Inhale, lengthen. Come on, the shin bones or come up onto the fingertips. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to prayer. Close your eyes again. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms. Just take a sun breath to stay. Inhale out and up. And exhale, open the arms, catch the hips. We're going to take a standing balance here, coming into eagle pose. So feet are hip width, send the hips back. So sit into a little mini squat here. And to stand more on the left foot, take the right leg out to the side. I'm going to take that right leg and drape it on top of the left. Good, and hold here. The hips are low, and pause. Open the arms out to T. Release the left arm underneath the right arm. Bend your elbows. So now you have eagle arms and eagle legs. You're going to touch your thumb or touch your palms. Sit low in the hips. If you can, unweight that top foot. Just lift it right up off the ground and maybe tuck it behind your calf. Bend the knees, sit low. So it's like you're in Utkatasana, but you're just on one leg. The legs are braided. If you're feeling really adventurous and you want to get a little deeper, you could tuck into your eagle nest and just touch the elbows towards the knees. Good. And then come on up. Hold your eagle pose. Unwind the legs. Press down into the feet. Spring up. Unwind the arms. Exhale a sigh. And now fly your eagle wings. Open the wings. Send the head away from the hips. Just hover like you're going to soar through the air here. And exhale, melt over the legs. Reverse your swan dive, out and out. One more time, hands through prayer. Close the eyes once more just to recenter, to land back in the body, to connect back to your heart and intention. Breathe in. And exhale, release your arms. So last time, we'll hit it on the other side. Take your sun breath. As you exhale, stay standing, catch the hips, and then sit into your squat. So hips go back, knees are bent. Stand on the right foot, send the left leg out, or whatever side you haven't done yet. So you're creating this kickstand here, and your standing leg's really strong and stable. Leg that's out to the side, drape it on top. Bend your knees so you're low in the hips, and you can even touch that top foot down to the ground for balance to start. Open the arms to T. So you're going to take the arm, the same arm as your bottom leg. For me, it's my right arm, same arm as bottom leg. Underneath. Bend the elbows. Space, or touch your thumb or touch your palms. Get into your eagle nest, sink the hips. Lift the top foot. Maybe tuck the foot behind the top leg or bottom leg. Bend the hips, get low. Stay, or get into your nest. Tuck the elbows, try not to fall over. Tuck your elbows towards your knee. Good. And then come on up. Hold. Unwind the legs. Spring up. Inhale. Exhale, big sigh. Inhale, soar through the air. Open your eagle wings. Press the head away from the tail. And exhale, melt. Step the right leg back. Land on the right knee. Step the left leg back. Land on the left knee. Let's walk out to puppy. Press the arms forwards. Have the hips high. Melt the chest. Bring the chin or the forehead to the mat. Couple breaths. Uncurl your toes. Sit back on your heels. Let's just roll up to sit on our heels. We're going to come right to seated. So bring the hips off to the side and swing the legs around to the front. Let's bring the feet together, the knees apart in bound angle. Do a little bit of work seated before we get up for that restorative pose. So holding the ankles, sit up nice and tall, and then hinge forward at the hips. So holding here, long diagonal line, flat back in bound angle, Baddha Konasana, or bring the hands to the feet, press the forearms towards the calves, keep your long spine or round your back. Couple breaths. And when you're ready, lengthen your spine to come up. Take a hold of your ankles. Reach the heart up through the arms. Slide your hands along the shins to catch the knees. Bring the legs together. And then send the left leg forward. Keep the right knee bent. Hold on to that shin. And cross the foot over the bottom leg. So you're going to hold the shin, sit up tall. So that's option one. If you want, you could tip onto this bottom hip and just tuck your foot back near your hip so you land on both sitting bones. So it's up to you whether the bottom leg is straight or bent. Hold the front shin, lengthen your spine to sit up tall, and pause. I'm going to lift the same arm as bent leg. Twist towards your bent leg. Bring that top arm down to the ground, and then hug the knee into the elbow crease, or bring the outer edge of the elbow towards the knee. Sit up tall, look to the side, or look over the back shoulder. Take a couple breaths. Good. Unwind your body. From here, we're going to take cow face or half cow face. So if your bottom leg is bent, you can keep it there. You're going to walk the top foot across so the inner thighs get super close, and then you're going to move your bottom heel away from your hip. So you have your legs braided and you have your knees stacked, equal distance from your hips to your heels. If your bottom leg was straight, you can do the same thing. You're going to walk the top leg on top, and it's okay if the knee's up in the air, but working towards laying the knees down. If this just doesn't feel comfortable, that top leg will become a front leg, and you'll be in cross legs with that original top leg in front. So your choice, cross legs, cow face, or half cow face, sit up tall. Here there's an option for your arms too. So you're going to take your opposite arm as the top leg and lift it up to the ceiling. Bend your elbow, pat yourself on the back. Bring your other arm out to the side. Turn the thumb down. Bend your elbow so the hand can slide up your back. And if you can touch your fingers, go for it. If they feel miles apart, don't worry. Just pretend you have like an imaginary strap behind you. Take a deep breath, sit up tall. And then if you want, hinge at the hips and take a forward fold. And you could skip the arms. If that's too much, if that doesn't feel good on your shoulders, just skip. You could hold your soles of feet. You could hold one foot and one foot to the ground. Any variation. So we're in this hip opener and shoulder opener of cow face, Gomukhasana. And lengthen to come up. Unravel the arms. Give yourself a big hug. So take that top arm underneath, bottom arm on top. Squeeze the shoulders, drop the head, hold. Good, release. Let's rock back on the sitting bones. Bring the feet about as wide as the mat. Windshield wiper your legs. Side to side, left to right. Good. Bring the knees up to the ceiling. Wiggle the feet hip width. Send the right leg forward, left knee bent, or whatever side you didn't do yet. So that long leg can come in line with the belly button, and then cross the bent leg on top. Just like we did on the other side, bottom leg will stay straight, or just tuck it underneath. If you do that, put your sit bones down. Make sure you're on both sitting bones. Hold the shins, sit up tall, long spine. Lift same arm as bent leg. Twist towards your top bent leg. Bring the top arm to the ground and gather the knee into the elbow crease. Sit up tall, look to the side or over the back shoulder. You can also hook the outer edge of the elbow to the knee, palm wide, coming into this twist, looking to the side or over the back shoulder. So rotating the spine, massaging the internal organs, wringing out any tension, anything that you don't need, anything that's not serving you. Good. Unravel. Find your cow face or half cow face. So the legs kind of squeeze towards each other as the feet walk away. And you either have the bottom leg bent or straight, top leg on top or in front. You could hold the feet or a foot in the ground. You could also take your cow face arms. You'd lift opposite arm is bent leg, top leg. Bend the elbow. Other arm out to the side. Internally rotates thumb down. Sweep it behind your back. Elbow bends, reach for fingers, or pretend you have your imaginary strap. Either stay seated tall, deep breath, or hinge at the hips, up and over the legs. Hold there. Good, lengthen to come up. Unwind your legs, take that top arm underneath and give yourself a big hug. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders, drop the chin, pause. Good. Release the body, shift back on the hips, unwind the legs, have them be nice and wide, and take a couple windshield wipers. Good job. And then you can just let that movement come to stillness. Bring the knees up to the ceiling and just take a comfortable seat for a moment. So I'm going to explain this restorative pose to you. So in a moment, we're going to come onto our backs and I'm going to set you up in a restorative pose, which is going to be using some props or some pieces of furniture if you have something nearby. If not, I'll give you an alternative where you don't need anything. And we may keep this as our Shavasana, or we might roll out of it and come into a traditional Shavasana. So you'll have that choice if you want to have your final rest here or if you want to come to a more traditional Shavasana, but I'll guide you into that. So we're going to be lying on your back, and if you have blocks, I'm going to give you options if you don't have them, but if you have blocks, you're going to set them up near where your feet are going to go, and they're going to be about maybe 6 inches away, and they're going to be tall. If you have a bolster or a really firm pillow or cushion, something that's not going to collapse, something strong and firm, you're going to put that on top. And this is going to eventually become a place to drape your legs. So if you don't have these things, you could stack up some cushions that would be about this tall. If you don't have that and you have a chair nearby or a coffee table or anything really that you could be lying on your back and get your feet up onto with a bend in your knees, you're going to use that. So position yourself so you have a place where you could drape your legs onto something. So either the 2 tall blocks with a bolster, a stack of cushions or whatever's nearby, or coffee table, chair, hassock, something like that. And again, if you don't have it, I'll give you a restorative version with your legs with nothing. The other thing I'm going to have you do for your arms, if you have 2 blankets or 2 other pillows or anything that just would give you a little bit of height to rest your arms on, you're going to have those. I'm going to use these 2 yoga blankets. And I'll show you what this pose is going to look like, and then you can come in, and I'll give you, again, that option if you don't have anything. So what's going to happen is you're going to scoot yourself forward, and you're going to put your legs up on this like hassock that you made for yourself. So again, you could do this on a coffee table, you could do it on a chair, you could do it on whatever you could get your legs up onto. Or you could even put your legs up the wall. So you could kind of like scoot your bum up against the wall, put your legs up the wall, or I'll give you one other option in a moment. You're going to lie back, and you're going to scoot your hips just to where they feel comfortable. So it doesn't, I'm going to move this mic. So it doesn't have to be a 90-degree bend in the knees. It's whatever's comfortable. And then these other things that you have, blankets or pillows, they're going to support the lower part of your arms. So you're going to bring your elbows down like Shavasana, and you're just going to rest your backs of hands and backs of forearms onto that thing that you have there, and then the eyes can close. If you had a lightweight fabric or something nearby, you could drape something over the eyes if you wanted to put something over the eyes just to make it a little more dark. If you don't have any props nearby, or furniture or a wall, you could bring your feet to the mat And just let your inner thighs and knees touch. That's a nice place too. And again, if you want to prop the wrists up with something. So we're going to be here for a little while. I wish I could see you guys and help you get set up, but I trust that you're doing a great job with whatever you have available. So you're going to close your eyes, and again, this is going to be an optional place for Shavasana. If you'd rather rest on your back, feel free to do that, because given the time, I think that I'm going to keep you in this pose for our final rest and then eventually call you out to close our practice. So if you're in this and you feel like you've been in it a little while and you want to come to a more traditional Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stay with me. So legs are up on something. Backs and hands are resting on something if it's available. Eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale a sigh. Do that again. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale a sigh. I'm going to do that one more time. We're really letting go. Breathe in through the nose. Breath out through the mouth. Feel your weight drop. Regular breath in. Regular breath out. Start to let your breath soften. Let the breath become more natural and effortless. Start to feel your whole body relax. Let yourself be held up and supported by any props or furniture or wall that you're using. Feel your body just melt deeper and deeper and deeper. Feeling the low back relax. Your belly soften. Let your eyes fall back beneath your closed eyelids. Give yourself permission to let go and surrender even more. You'll take the next couple rounds of breath here in stillness and silence, enjoying this rest and taking whatever you need from this morning. And staying just as you are, take another deep breath in. And full breath out. Just notice how your body feels right now. So bring your awareness back in. If you want to bring any movement into the fingers or the toes or shift in any way, feel free. Eventually we're going to make our way onto either side into fetal pose. So if you're still with me in this restorative posture, you might want to bring your feet up towards your bolster or your piece of furniture, whatever they were resting on. And then press into the feet and just scooch the hips a little bit to the left. And then come into fetal position on the right. So roll onto one side. Let the arm tuck underneath the head if you want, or not. Close your eyes. Take your time to use the top arm to press up to seated. Rearrange into a comfortable seat. We'll just be here for a moment together, cross legs or any other variation. Backs of hands can touch the knees or the lap. Palms open, sit up tall. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. And your next in-breath, bring your hands together in front of the heart. Let your palms meet in prayer position or Anjali Mudra. And as you exhale, bow your head to yourself, back to your heart center. We'll end together on the sound of Om, the sound of community, starting with a letting go breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh. And we'll begin. Deep breath in. As your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Have an awesome day and a happy early 4th of July weekend. So glad that you guys were here to practice with me today and always. So thanks again for coming. I'll see you real soon. So feel free to reach out with any questions or feedback or thoughts. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Helen, I'm glad that you were able to join us. Welcome. And I'll see you again. So just a reminder in case you're just tuning in, we did get our calendar up for our outdoor classes. So feel free to check our website if you want to attend any of those. We're slowly getting the word out, but things start this Sunday. And we're working the kinks out of the software, learning how to use it. So thank you for your patience on that as we figure it out. So we welcome any feedback on that as well, or feel free to reach out to us if you're having any trouble logging in or figuring out how to book those classes. We'd be happy to help you. And we can't wait to see you either virtually again through the summer or outside or in whatever way that happens. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Amy. I wish you could join us outside too. If you're ever up in the Berkshires, come find us. We would love to meet you and see you. So you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you again real soon. I will be teaching Friday like regular, so 9 a.m. class and 5:30 class, and then back again on Monday at 9. So happy 4th if I don't see you before then, and I'll talk to you real soon. Take care. Thanks, Leah. Thanks, Shannon. Oh, good. I'm so glad you like that pose. That feels really good. I love that restorative pose too, Shannon. I did that this morning before I joined you guys. So thanks. Thanks, Sarah. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.